We'll talk after.
All right. Good try. You can ask, then I don't have to answer. All right. Next question, sir.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank JJ for being the GE of entertainment right now. So thank you. Thanks for being here. And I just want to know how, in the year 2008, do you break up your schedule between all these projects? Like physically, how do you schedule it yourself?
As hard as it is to do the work thing, the harder part is to make sure that you're still being a husband and a father. You know, it's like the work is crazy, but you know, the truth is that's my biggest concern, doing that. And so that's honestly the hardest part and the most important one. In terms of how I do it, I completely rely on the most incredibly talented people that I'm lucky enough to work with. And so, although you see, you know, oh, it's a show, it's, you know, J.J. Abrams, it's like Alex and Bob, you know, their names shouldn't be any smaller than mine, and, you know, the fact is, and Bob keeps reminding me of that. Alex is cool with it, but Bob's like, you know, dude, I saw the poster. Like, look, here's the poster, and binoculars. No, but the thing is that the day gets split up in a crazy way, and often I find myself feeling like, you know, I'm not doing anything as well as I could be if we're just doing one thing, which is going to be a cool experiment I look forward to doing. But the truth is that you know, editing track, you know, and locking that, and launching Fringe simultaneously is definitely the biggest toll. I mean, even when Alias and Lost were on at the same time, and Felicity, this is one of those things where it's like, because Trek means so much to me, and it has to be great, and you know, so does the series, and I feel like that's been the hardest part. But luckily, we're very close to locking Trek. We're on the same schedule that we were on when we were coming out in December. So I think it's going to be, you know, it'll start to get a lot easier in a couple of weeks, which I look forward to.
How is the Trek going for you, JJ?
It's going very well, Joe.
It's going. All right. Someone has to try. Yes, next, please.
This is from Joshua Jackson. I loved how articulate your character was in Dawson's Creek, and I want to know...
I'd say thank you, but I didn't write the show.
What is it that you learned from working on that show that you carry on to working on Fringe?
Always keep a dictionary handy when on set. I don't know, there's not really too many similarities between the two shows, other than the fact that they're both very wordy, though thankfully on this one, I'm not the wordy one that falls to dear old dad. I just nod seriously. That's true. All right. That's all I got, I don't know.
The next question, please.
Do you guys feel that feedback from the internet is helpful to the creative process, or is it just a waste of time?
Okay, have you guys been to Fringepedia or Fringe Division or any of the many other ones that I should be name checking, but I'm not?
I think that the feedback from the internet is not only valuable, it's necessary, because we're in a bubble. You know, and by the time an episode airs, we're a few episodes ahead, and we are doing it from the inside out, and we're trying to please ourselves and entertain ourselves, but it's impossible to know how it's playing because we're not experiencing it for the first time. So we have found that, dating back to Alias, that the feedback from the internet is incredibly valuable. We have found that there's things in our stories, threads that we've set up that we weren't aware of, that bore a lot of fruit as we went forward, that our fans have made us aware of.
I want to play, before I get back to the questions from the audience, a little speed around here for the writers and producers. So just quick answers to these. Borg or Khan? JJ. Most badass villain. Borg or Khan?
Khan.
No.
Borg?
Khan.
I think that's what, 3 to 2? I didn't get that. Anyway, all right, I say Borg. iPhone or BlackBerry?
Oh, jeez. Currently iPhone.
3G, by the way. Other two?
iPhone.
iPhone.
BlackBerry. To be contrary.
Twilight Zone episodes. To serve man or the eye of the beholder, Mr. Abrams?
I'm gonna say.
Or none of the above?
I'm gonna say for of those two interesting choices, Joe. I will say I'm old.
Serve man.
Jesus.
Serve man.
Wow. Eye of the beholder.
I'm the beholder.
Actors, any of you want to get in on this?
Little before my time.
JJ, you need to get on some DVDs. All right, here's one more. This is
No, but you should quiz Josh on Supernatural. What? Good show. It is.
this could be controversial, but I'll do it anyway. Old school Joker, new school Joker.
I gotta say, now define old school Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm going Jack. I don't go back that far. Well, you can choose one of the three.
We're gonna
One
Jack?
of the three.
Oh, no question, Keith. But
Para los hispanos, César Romero.
oh, sí.
It's really tough, but I think I would have to go Heath.
Definitely.
Heath, no question.
The Thespians?
Heath.
Chernobyl.
Heath is great, so I have to say Heath.
All right, back to the audience, ma'am.
All right, with Lost, in season 1 we got hints and clues, but the mythology didn't get fleshed out until season 2 and onward. So I'm wondering, how long will we have to wait to see the mythology in Fringe really emerge?
3 minutes and 27 seconds.
The mythology is
42.
going to come out fairly quick on the show. I mean, it's always a balance. You know, even when we were doing Lost early on, the question was, do you want to have the hatch in episode 2 or in episode 10? Do you want to go into it in episode 11 or the beginning of season 2? So it's always a balance, but, you know, we definitely are going to start diving into mythology early on the show.
The true answer is that the mythology is in the architecture of the show, and the more the show goes on, the more that will become apparent, but it already exists.
All right, next question, please.
Oh, hi, JJ.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man. I love, by the way, the Twilight Zone episode with Robert Redford was awesome.
That was it. He was the soldier. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. So, I'm a big Howard Stern fan.
Yes.
Yes, I love him. And could you possibly put George Takei in Star Trek?
Oh my. We had a meeting with that guy. He is awesome. He was the greatest guy. We just loved him. So, you know, sure.
All right, up next is anybody?
Oh.
All right, let me ask you, in the pilot, again, spoiler here, someone dies or appears to die, or maybe not die at the end, Mr. Valley, who's not on the panel. What can you tell us about his further participation in the Fringe?
Alex?
Bob?
He certainly is going to live on in Olivia's mind.
But you do have the technology. You could rebuild him. I saw that little arm on Blair.
True.
Brown.
But can we make him better than he was?
Stronger? All right.
We'll say that he will be back in some form, for sure.
I believe we have a question from a young lady in a turquoise-ish shirt. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, thank you. How soon can we expect to meet William Bell?
It's a good one. We're actually debating that right now because there's a story where, you know, it would be a good thing to bring him in. But it's one of those things where, you know, the idea of a character is sort of want to make sure the mystique is built up enough so you care. For those of you who haven't seen it, and it doesn't matter, this is a character who's referred to in the show but not met. And like with a lot of things, I feel like, you know, you totally understand the draw at